Good morning.
Good morning.
Now I know I'm awake. Thank you. I want to start this morning. We talk about market share and all this kind of things. Now I've got exactly 15 minutes, so this is going to go fast, but you guys are going to be doing some work. So either have a pen and a piece of paper ready, or if you want to, use your phone, whatever way you like to transcribe, you just have it ready, because I'm going to teach you something about information this morning and the delivery of it. And I know that some of the panelists you're going to get to listen to today have got a really strong grasp on this, and that's why they're going to be up and sharing what it is that they do, that they are so tremendously good at. So the theme right now is the power of engagement through storytelling. I've got a few premises I want to pass by you, and I want to get your agreement that these are in fact true. Number one, we all love a picture that requires few or even no words. Agreed?
Yes.
Number two, all great companies, brands, and salespeople are masterful storytellers. Agreed?
Yes.
Premise number three, a great story, be it verbal, a picture, or a video, engages our imagination. True?
Yes.
And premise number four, when we engage a person's imagination, we then and only then have their full attention. And that is when the great people go to work, and not before. And that's what you're going to learn about today, and that's what you're going to start preparing yourself between now and the end of the year in order to make it a really strong ending to the year, because I think based on what we're seeing right now, every one of you should be optimistic about the fall being a busier market than it has been to date. Buyers and sellers in Vancouver only wait so long. I don't need to tell you guys that. You're out there, you're on the street. But you need to be ready. So here's what our story is today, and it's in your hands. First, the mindset. You are the client. I'm the agent. I'm putting this information in front of you. And I'm going to ask you what it says. I'm not going to tell you. Does that sound a bit of a reversal for most of you? When we're doing presentations, is a presentation engaging when I'm doing the talking, or when I'm putting information in front of someone and saying, well, what does that say to you? Because I know what this information says to me, but what's important is, what does it say to you? How do you use it? Because it has to be used in your way, in your words, in your mind. So let's take a look at slide number, so everybody's ready. You're the client. You're not thinking like a realtor right now, which is challenging for all of us. And I'm the agent, and I'm gonna flash up 5 slides. I'm gonna go fairly quickly. What I want you to do is, as you see a slide, I just want you to finish the story. I'm going, what do you see? There's some numbers and there's some words, ignore them. What do you as a client see in that information? And just one word on the page, one sentence, very, very quickly. So let's go to slide number 1. Let's make sure this works. What do you see? Write it down. I'm going to get you to come. What I'm going to do is very quickly afterwards, I'm going to get some of you to just stand up and say, what do you see? Now, I do not say you see the word, you see the numbers, but what do you see between the lines? What does the client see when you show them this? You're not going to stand there and tell them you're number 1. Let's face it, that does not happen. Slide number 2. What do you see? You are going to get these slides, by the way. What's in there that's different? How would you, as a client, look at that if I asked you, what do you see? What's that mean to you? Number 3. Remember, you're gonna get to study these later and drool over them. There's some good stuff here. Number 4. Those of you that can't see the words at the back, that's good. Just look at the graphs. And just know that the red one is Remax, and also we're in there as well as a group. And what do you see, number 5? Hmm? So I'm just gonna flash back. Just let them sit, let them glance over them. Okay. What'd you see? Someone pop up. What'd you see? There, stand up, please, and just let us know what you took from that.
Remax all the way at the top.
Yeah? Come on.
Remax market share has the top market share.
Yeah? What do you see? You're a client now. If I ask you that, in between the lines, come on.
So,
Go ahead, Phil.
I would say that, geez, I've made the right choice because I got a Remax agent in the room.
You know what? That's what I think a consumer would say, because they don't know market share. They don't know what it means. They don't have a clue what number 1 is, number 2 is. All they're going is, wow, you guys do a lot of business out there. What else?
It looks
Jesse?
like Remax puts more deals together than the rest.
Wow, you guys do a lot of deals. You guys do a lot of deals. Come on.
Well, this is the first time I see Remax Crest showing on this thing, right?
How
So-
about that? You're with this group, and how does that show up? So, what are you saying, Louise?
Well, that's the first time I see it. I always see the red and, you know.
First time we've shown it to you.
Oh, so I'm pretty impressed for 2019, right?
Exactly, considering the market that we're in. I mean, the averages might be down, but the truth is in the production. The truth is, the truth is in, we're out there
And
on that.
number of agents, because if we're comparing.
And then being
size-
part of our group, we represent 31% of all the business that Remax does in Metro, in Greater Vancouver. This doesn't even include the Fraser Valley. I have said strictly Greater Vancouver. It just gets stronger. Well, not our group because our volume of business is here, but it just starts to look good. Who else? Quickly. Mary.
I see dollar sign and times. The highest top dollar sold by Remax agent and the shortest time.
Okay. Yep. We've got the volume, that's for sure. Volume generally shows width of market that we serve. We're all through Metro Vancouver with all of our offices. Anybody else? Just a one-liner? It's challenging, isn't it? I'm asking you to think and be in the shoes of your client. And you should be there all the time, because it's really easy to push information. And quite frankly, it's falling on deaf ears, because we've tried it, and you guys aren't listening. So instead, if it comes, and not say you personally, but it's just what's happening when we have so much pushed at us. Liz, you were gonna say something?
Just impressive. Each one is impressive.
Yeah, I think anybody would take a look there. You're a Remax agent, and you've got these numbers for you. Anybody else while we're at it?
I think I would be impressed by the overall. If I was a client, some of the wording I wouldn't really know what it meant. I wouldn't know what listing and selling ends mean. And then I would wonder, okay, yeah, the company's good overall, clearly, but what about my agent? I would just think, how good is my agent? Because even at any company, I could have a superstar agent that will get my place sold for a great price.
So that would be the situation where in coming into here, if they've got a Remax agent in front of them, then they've got the value of the equity in the Remax brand, and that the consumer simply sees it. So here are some one-liners quickly for you. If I were sitting in the room, I mean, certainly if I look at these charts and someone else puts them in front of me, I go, why do so many people pick a Remax agent? Because that's kind of the way it looks. Why? I'd ask you why. So why would they pick you?
Brand recognition?
Sorry?
Brand recognition?
Well, you individually. This gentleman said the individual's got to basically do the job at the end of the day, so you've got to stand up and sell your personal brand, but this goes in front of you and eliminates the question of who's your company. It just never happens.
Right.
Is your company good? Are you good? Well, Remax has made that advertising dollar work for you. They advertise every day that you are confident, that you're confident, that you're caring, you give back, you do all these good things. You cannot endorse yourself like that on your own. It's the strongest third-party endorsement of any brand out there, and it just is said over and over and over again. So you have got powerful support out there in recognition that you are professionals. It's there for you. It's up to you to use it and know where and how to use it, but really, isn't it lovely? It's you just having to really step up and deliver the goods. Very, very powerful. But I would always ask why. I want to know that question. Slide number 2. Wow, you guys seem to have the most signs out there. I see them everywhere. That's what they see. We are just out there. The listing chart shows that our market share goes up even higher on the listing side. So we own the listing market out there, very, very much so. And so here's what you want to work with, and we know that whoever has the most signs out there, plus have sold on them, has got the strongest story that requires no words. You do not need to say a thing. You do not need to sell anything other than your interest in helping your client. And that doesn't require pushing information at them. It requires getting them engaged and pulling their needs from them. Everyone agreed on that? We are there to pull, not push. Get them where they want to go. Slide number 4, or number 3, just the sheer volume of business that we do. We get up and get at it. That's what it takes to do this number of sales. It doesn't happen without a low effort. Our business is a profession. It takes a lot of time and commitment to do the best job for your clients. I think you really do exercise and show that and say, that just shows we're the pros out there. We're professions, we treat it like that. We are professionals. Slide number 4, because we're in every market in Metro Vancouver, we end up selling a wide range of properties. We can handle anything put in front of us. We have the experience. And number 5, that's a lot of sales. That's high volume, 10,000 sales, of which our group has got 30% of them. And our group, meaning you folks, are number 1 year to date, well, over the last 12 months. That's what this goes from 12 months ending the end of April. By the way, May just got stronger. We just went higher. So, and I just got those stats in. So you're number 1 in average sales, you're number 1 in volume as a group. Well done to you guys, but I know you're earning it. Sweat equity is the name of our game. Work ethic is something that is disappearing. And I don't think anybody knows that better than those of us that are working with some of the newer people coming into the industry. Believe me, we get the cream of the crop, and it's about their work ethic that matters, and the fact that I would list my home with them. So all of this information is something for you to take away, and our group is strong today. It will continue to be strong. It's very easy for anybody who's not with us to say things that aren't true, but what we're setting straight today is our story. And we are working with the facts. And do not be dissuaded otherwise by anybody. The equity in the Remax brand is as strong as ever. You as a group are as strong as ever. We continue to attract really strong people because you refer them to us. That, by the way, is our number one source of business, is you identifying people you'd like to see in our group. So please, number one, thank you, and number two, keep it up. Because that's the way you get a like-minded crowd. That's how you get a community. That's how you get people who like to work together and enjoy being around each other. And every office is like that. You've all got this thing going on in your offices. And sometimes it lags, and sometimes it's, it's crazy high, sometimes it's low. That's life. You know my response to that? When it gets low, get over it. Move on, really. You're a professional, you do not have time to indulge in emotions that are anything other than what will contribute and help your client. And you know how it goes if you go out to a meeting when you're in a bad mood. What do the pros do? They step aside, take a breath, change their mindset, and get ready to go in and do their job, or they change the appointment. You're in a bad mood, go home, sit in your closet. Because nobody is interested in your bad mood. I say this, work hard and be nice. Amen.